Okay, guys, I am here with Kate, the owner of Haven Street Ballroom and Main Street Ballroom in Ellicott City in Baltimore. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what you should think about when you're thinking about booking your venue for your wedding.
Okay, so the first thing you need to think about when booking your venue is that it actually needs to be the first thing you book, because you can't really set a wedding date until you find a venue, because you're really at the mercy of their schedule. So like Main Street, what is it now? January?
Yeah, I think so.
I think since October of 2019, we've been almost sold out for the fall of 2020. Wow. So especially if you have a specific date in mind, like an anniversary, a holiday, do it ASAP. 10/10/20, we sold 2 years in advance at both venues. So
wow.
It's just, if you have a specific date, like it's the first thing you should do. And then you can take that date to all your other vendors, your caterer, your photographer, and say, here's the date that I want. The number 2 thing that I would definitely recommend is making sure you're comfortable with the venue itself, with its policies, with its staff. These people are going to be celebrating with you on your big day. They're going to be there.
I always think that that's like a very important tip, is to make sure that not only do you like the place, but you like the people, especially even like vendors, photographers, like videographers.
Especially videographers.
Everybody, like they're going to be a big part of your day, like the whole time. So I feel like
they're going to be up in your business the whole time.
Yeah,
you need to be like.
It's very important to get along with people.
You need to be on a hugging basis with all of your vendors. So unless you're anti-hugs, but you need to be comfortable with the people because they're going to be at your wedding. Also, I guess number 3 would definitely be the policies. Make sure you ask a million questions, and if they're not comfortable answering all your questions, or they're kind of like giving you multiple answers, then that means that they're not really sure what they're doing either. So ask about the rental window. How long are you allowed to be at the venue? So some places, I think the industry average is about 8 hours. Both of my venues, we have a 16-hour rental window. I decided, because I'm crazy, to double the rental window because because I remember on my wedding day being so rushed. Being like, I had to get in, I had to get my hair and makeup done off-site so that I could get in there a half hour before the ceremony, and it was just too much. And time, other than making a lifelong commitment, the biggest source of stress on your wedding day is time. Having the luxury of getting ready on site. And relaxing and having champagne and just hanging out, having a brunch, in the bridal suite or the groom's suite, having that experience. Those moments are things that matter. A lot of places, if you want to have those extra moments, you have to pay for them. So make sure you're actually getting the final price. So
make sure you know everything that's included in your actual package, and make sure you're asking about setup time and cleanup time as well.
Right. When the party's over, how long do you have to get the heck out? Or how late can you stay? Does your party have to end at 9? So that you can be out by 10, something like that. So I think those are really the main things. What's included? What's the rental window? Do I have to rent my own tables and chairs? Am I allowed to bring a caterer I want, or do I have to use in-house or preferred catering? We allow all licensed and insured caterers. I think that's pretty rare. And I did that so that you can actually choose the vendors you want to use. If there's like a family restaurant that you really, really love, and you're like, my wedding would not be complete if I can't get that dish that we had on our first date. I want you to be able to include that in your day.
I totally agree with that. I think it's weird to feel like you have to push people, because it's like we talked about, like if you don't get along with a certain vendor, like I don't want to be forced to work. I don't want to be forced to work with this person if I don't like them. Like I want to choose my own person.
I know. And I remember at my wedding, I had the venue manager. There was like this little old lady, and she was like pushing up her glasses and I feel like she was trying to narc on me and look for all the things that we didn't follow the rules, and I just felt like very no. And I didn't feel like I could,
just enjoy the day.
I did, yeah. And so whenever she would come around the corner, I'd be like, oh no, what'd I do this time? Instead of just having the freedom to really enjoy the celebration.
Yeah, that's huge. I guess those are some pretty good tips. What are some things that you've experienced on the day of or leading up to that you would say warn people to just be very cautious of?
I think definitely ask all of your vendors about extra charges. I think what we find are sometimes people like rentals will upcharge having to deliver within a narrow window. If they have to like be in there within a 1 hour window instead of a 4 hour delivery window. So ask everybody about the little extras.
Gotcha.
And those really are there because, you know, they cost the delivery company time to narrow your window, stuff like that. It makes sense, but just knowing your budget up front. I think what we run into is we're one of the first things people book, so they know what they're going to be paying for us.
Right.
But everything else just kind of keeps adding up, adding up. And then that stress builds by the end. So we do everything we can to kind of take that stress out by letting you actually know what you're going to pay for the venue. But I think definitely make sure you're asking those questions of all of your vendors.
Yeah, I feel like when my wife and I got married 8 years ago already,
Yay.
like literally it felt like every time something came up, I called it like the $1,000 rule. Like it felt like every time we needed something extra, it was like, that's an extra $1,000. Oh, we didn't do this. Oh, that's an extra $1,000. I was like, oh God, like please stop. Just please stop the pain. Like get this day going already. Like I'm over it.
And I think it's also a time, wedding planning should be a time that you enjoy. It usually isn't, but it should be, and that should be the goal. So I think really make time for yourself as a couple. Set aside time where you're not talking about the wedding. Visit your venue though. Like if something's stressing you out, you know, sometimes going back to the venue, like we have an open door policy. So you can book a retour or like a walkthrough as many times as you'd like. We have some clients who come back a dozen times.
Nice.
Don't do that. Like everybody, like for the few brides who do that, we can accommodate you. But you know, sometimes it's nice to just get back to the place like, oh my God, this is where we're going to get married, and recenter and focus on why are we even doing this?
Exactly.
So come to the ballroom on a date and just hold hands and snuggle and be like, we're going to get married right here in this very spot. So let's focus on that. Awesome. What's important.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you find that most people, because some venues, they don't really have a great like I guess spot to get ready on the day of. In my experience in being a videographer, I felt like it was so much less stressful when you actually had a great place to get ready at the venue and not like 4 or 5 different locations that you're going to.
Yes.
I don't know if that's just coming from me or if that was actually
that makes a lot of sense, and it's something that I've experienced personally, and it's something that a lot of my clients have talked about, especially on first tours before they book. And that's why at both of my venues I designed getting ready suites. At Haven Street we have just one because we only have space for one. At Main Street we have 2, so each half of the couple can get ready in a separate space. What's nice about that too is it's kind of on different parts of the venue, and each has their own bathroom too, so you're never going to cross paths unless you want to. But like if you're trying to hide out from each other the whole morning, you can. But we have built-in hair and makeup stations. We have little fridges for the bubbly if you want to, you know, have a few drinks in the suite. Really, you know, so that you can relax with your closest friends and family before the big moment. So having, you know, a nice space that's really designed well, that has the nice mirrors, that has the nice dressing area, that has good lighting for those really important portraits.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry, hawking up a lung over here. But also something, you know, that I love the getting ready pictures, like the pictures and videos of couples reading letters that they wrote each other, and just having a nice backdrop for those spaces. And then because of our long rental window, having the time to do those moments on site, so you're not worried about when your Uber is going to get there or when the limo's coming.
I don't know why more people don't do the letters. I try and force people to do the letter every time, but I've actually literally had people just tell me like, I hate the sound of my voice and I don't want to hear myself. You will regret it. Trust me, you're going to regret it if you don't do it.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you so much for all the great tips. I love the venue. I love both venues. I've been to both. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys want to check out Main Street or Haven Street Ballroom, I'll have the links down in the description. And other than that, thank you so much, Kate.
Welcome.
And we will be in touch soon. See you guys.